I'm Nevin Mays, and I'm thrilled and honored to introduce my mentee, Viktoria Pavlova. From our very first meeting, she has accepted every challenge I've thrown her way and been willing to take risks. And if I'm being honest, it was a little bit intimidating at first, but she's creative and ambitious and so much fun to write with, and it has been the highlight of every week this past year. I look forward every week to the ways that she and her writing will surprise and delight me, and I think you'll be delighted too.
Hi, my name is Viktoria Pavlova, and I'm going to be reading an excerpt from my short story, Now I See You. My biggest dream from the ages of 10 to 13 wasn't to become an astronaut or an entrepreneur. My biggest dream was to be able to see again. John Milton once said, "To be blind is not miserable. Not to bear blindness, that is miserable." Going blind, ironically, was one of the most eye-opening experiences I've ever gone through. At just 9 years old, I had been diagnosed with a sinus mass that was pressing on my visual nerve. Since the problem went undiagnosed for a while, by the age of 10, I lost over 50% of my vision. By Christmas of the next year, I lost my vision entirely. On my 13th birthday, my dream to see came true. Well, partially. I began to see in color. Every time I met someone new or spoke to someone, I saw a color in my mind. My mom and dad were green, which meant that they were good people. My sister was blue, which meant she was happy and joyful. People that I had a bad feeling about, whether it was the way they talked or acted, I saw in red. It became easier for me to get in tune with my surroundings after that, because I had gotten some of my life back. I focused on my other senses: smell, touch, and sound. Although I've been able to wander the halls alone since freshman year, it's difficult to navigate a giant school like mine. But as I made my way through the crowded corridors, which somehow weren't crowding me, I saw the colors of the people as I walked around. It was beautiful, almost like the aurora borealis. If I listened closely, I could hear the many different conversations that filled the halls. The colors stood out, each vibrant, and it was almost as if I could see the people themselves and not just their voices. I was able to recognize the voices of my teachers, classmates, and best friends, the way their voices were different and alike, and phrases they most often used to separate each other. I'm Lucas, the boy who sees in color.